the NFL. Week 1. It is here, ladies and gentlemen. It is here. I hope you are ready because I know I am. And we got some prime time games that we're going to be focusing on for week 1 of the NFL, starting off with kicking off the season. How you should anyway, is that the defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, are going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. So we got a rematch from the AFC Championship game. Obviously not the same, stuff that's on the line, but this is a game that we all want to see, right? Lamar Jackson coming off an MVP season, challenging Patrick Mahomes, reigning MVP, Super Bowl MVP. If I remember right, I think Pat won a Super Bowl MVP. Maybe I'm wrong, but regardless, it doesn't matter. It's the Chiefs and the Ravens. And we saw what happened last year, right? Detroit came in, shocked the world to a certain extent, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. So Baltimore could do it, themselves. Now, last game, didn't pan out, but you got a different nucleus here with the Baltimore Ravens. You have a machine, if you will. You have a sentinel, if you will, and Derrick Henry that's going to be in the backfield. So this is going to make this matchup pretty interesting. Everybody seems to be healthy. There's nobody out like last year where there was no Travis Kelce, there was no Chris Jones. So those they should be playing. So Kansas City should be at full strength. Baltimore should be at full strength. Lamar is a lot lighter. He lost some weight. You got this kid in Zay Flowers going into year 2 who had a pretty good rookie season, had a learning experience against the Kansas City Chiefs as well in that championship game. So did they learn some things, from that? I think the offense is going to be, as far as like the air attack, is going to be pretty good as well because you got Mark Andrews who's going to be back fully off of injury. But then now we found out about this kid Isaiah Likely, right? That you're going to be able to use in 2 tight end sets, that we've seen the Patriots do before with Gronk and Hernandez, so you got 2 really good tight ends, that's going to put pressure on the Kansas City Chiefs. And look, there's no Ladarius Sneed there, right? That's playing at the corner spot as a shutdown corner. So there's some things that could happen there in the passing game for the Baltimore Ravens. Now on the KC side, look, KC is KC. It's Pat Mahomes and the fellas, right? So going into this, you got some new additions. Isaiah Pacheco, not new, but he is going to be the bell cow. I know they got Samaje Perine, late into the preseason or right after the preseason training camp was done. But this is Isaiah Pacheco's, backfield, and it's his to lose. So, with that, having that clear cut, there's no other, person. He is the guy. How's that going to work out? They got some guys back, reunited, and it feels so good. I don't know why I'm singing, but Juju is back. Juju Smith-Schuster returns back to the Kansas City Chiefs, and to go along with Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice. We anticipate Rice is going to be playing. Nothing has happened so far of any future suspensions, for him. Travis Kelce, like I said, is on this team. And then I talked about Ladarius Sneed. How is the Kansas City defense is going to fare without a guy like Ladarius Sneed, in the backfield? Too many key things, too many things that's too good to talk about. I could, talk, about Rolando McClain, Kyle Hamilton on the defensive side for the Ravens as well. This is going to be a clash. Do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to go to sleep. You don't want to miss that Thursday night game to kick the season off. So I can't wait. Number 2 is going to be, now we're having that on a Friday, right? The kickoff season normally is Thursday, and then everything else is on a Sunday. So they're doing a little bit different. Friday, and it's out of the country. You got Green Bay taking on Philadelphia. So the Packers, obviously coming off the run that they had late into the season, things are looking up for them, and there are some expectations in the city of Green Bay. And then a bounce back that the Philadelphia Eagles is going to be looking at. So I'll start on the Philly side. Philly is, they did some things. One, they got CJ Garner Johnson back, which they found out how much that they miss him, but they traded away Hassan Reddick. They just traded away Hassan Reddick. So that dynamic of that pass rusher, that's going to be interesting. But they got something on the other side that's probably going to help, and that is one Saquon Barkley. Um, could this be like a cheat code with Saquon being on the Philadelphia Eagles? I know people talked about, hey, Saquon get injured. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I don't think not one game Saquon is gonna be on the injury report. So if it happens, you heard it here first. Jalen Hurts bounce back, right? There's some things that happens when the focal point is on you, when everybody is paying attention. That relationship with the coach for Sirianni and all that stuff. How is that going to work out? That the rumors that people are talking about, maybe there's some friction there. Green Bay. Look, I don't care what. Green Bay doesn't need a number one wide receiver, right? It'd be great if you have it, but they have a nucleus of Romeo Doubs, Wicks, Christian Watson, and Jayden Reed. Jordan Love showed what he could do with that squad, and some of those rookies and second-year players. So they're going to mature, and they're not even concerned about the number one, wide receiver at this point. As long as someone is out there to catch the ball, then they're good to go. And I believe that's what they have right now. Jordan Love getting paid, got his money, so don't have to worry about that. Now, out there, it's time to ball out. Can he repeat what we saw at the end of last season? And I do think you're going to get that Jordan Love, again, I don't know to what extent, but I do believe that wasn't just a fluke. That wasn't just, some people just not paying attention and he snuck up, on some folks. Jordan Love can play and he's going to be a problem in this league for a few years. So they got an addition, right? Addition by subtraction. They lose Aaron Jones and they gain Josh Jacobs. So could Josh Jacobs go back in time just a little bit, in his Raiders days 2 years ago, and be that running back that they want? I believe that's so. I won't say to that extent of what he did in Oakland, but I do believe Josh Jacobs will be able to help out this team and solidify the ground game, for it. And they just need him really to stay healthy. I think that was probably the biggest thing, with Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, the dude can ball, the dude can play. I think some of it may be just the injury history there. But they are going to be going with some rookie or rookie backing up Josh Jacobs because they lost A.J. Dillon for the season. So that's going to be, something that hurts. But I'll go to the defensive side as well. We talked about Quay Walker in the past. We talked about Jaire Alexander. They got some dogs on the defensive side as well. This is all about piecing together and making that run and going to the next level and not making mental mistakes. It's a young, they still are a fairly young team. So they're going to be around for a long time. And I love this matchup. It's a great way to have a Friday game, because normally that's for the high school kids, but have a Friday game for us to really catch our eye and pay attention to. 2 more games that's left, though, and they're on Sunday and Monday night. So Sunday night is going to be my Detroit Lions doing it again, seeing Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams in a Sunday night matchup, which Detroit has addressed a lot of stuff on their defense on the back end and up front on the defensive line. So can Detroit really start slowing down and really just what they've been able to be impactful on that offensive side? Can they, provide kind of that same impact on the defensive side? They drafted well. I believe guys going into their second year is going to play better for Detroit. And the LA Rams, look, you got this kid, Puka Nacua, that came out of nowhere that nobody was talking about. And he looks to be the real deal. And you get a Cooper Kupp. Now, don't forget Cooper Kupp was fully healthy now. Fully healthy and wily old vet. That's all I'm going to say. So don't sleep on the LA Rams, in this. Now, I got them winning their division, but that's for another talk. Go check out the division talk in a previous video. But I got them winning that division. I just don't have them winning this game. Of course, you know I'm going to pick my Detroit Lions on this. They're playing at home. That place is going to be crazy. And again, they're a better team than what they were the previous year. And then they're expecting big things from guys like Jameson Williams to step up, you know, in this. But it's going to be an electric matchup. You don't want to miss. You don't want to miss that. And I apologize. I did not pick the first two games. So we got Baltimore, KC. I'm going to shock y'all again. I'm going to say that Baltimore goes and win that game, and KC lose 2 back-to-back openers, right? That's just, you know, I can see KC could win it. Don't get me wrong, but I think Baltimore is going to win this. And then Green Bay and Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia wins this game against Green Bay. And our last game, which is going to be the New York Jets, 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 taking on the San Francisco 49ers, who just recently went to the Super Bowl themselves. This matchup is interesting in the let me go to both sides. The Jets, Aaron Rodgers is a year older, coming off an injury. How does that look, right? The one good thing is Aaron Rodgers was never a runner like that. So it's not like you're expecting how's that going to impact him scrambling or anything like that. He can move through the pocket and get open, throw guys open, and get rid of the ball fast. He can do all that. Not worried about that. It's more of is that maybe Armstrong, maybe, you know, has anything slowed down? Has the defense caught up, you know, with him? I don't want to say that because I do still think Aaron Rodgers can play at a high level. And he has some serious talent around him. Breece Hall is going to be in the backfield. He's going to have Garrett Wilson lined up as his main wide receiver. But you got Mike Williams and you got Allen Lazard, a guy that was with, you know, Aaron Rodgers when he was in Green Bay. I think probably more just how's this offense going to be called? How is this offense going to, you know, move down the field? The defensive side, that we were already talking about how good they were defensively. I think that stays the same. I mentioned Hassan Reddick. If they can get Hassan Reddick into this mix and get that somehow done or the deal, or he comes in, he decides to play or whatever, that's going to add even more to this game. If they get him by chance at the last second, right? You just put him in blitz packages or something like that, you know, for the first. He probably won't play. But if he does, that's what you could do. San Francisco, they had their own kind of things. You just got Brandon Ayuk in the camp. He got his money. This is another year for Brock Purdy. This is a prove-it year for Brock Purdy, so he can, you know, get paid. The guy got him, you know, to an NFC Championship game 2 years ago and got him to the Super Bowl last year. And he could have possibly got them to 2 Super Bowls if he hadn't got injured in an NFC Championship game. So this dude has been the constant. He hasn't been a reason of why that the 49ers are losing any games or anything like that. You got a guy in Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey is Christian McCaffrey. He's going to McCaffrey. Let's just say that. But you got Debo, you got Kittles. Again, you got the nucleus. The one thing that I am concerned, because at this point, while we're talking right now, I'm just talking right now. This could change in the next 5 minutes from now. There's no Trent Williams. And I don't want to put my guy, not my personally, I'm just saying if I'm a 49er, I don't want to put my guy Purdy out there without Trent Williams. And this defense that the Jets are, that they got, all it takes is one slip up and Brock Purdy get lit up. And it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I'm going to be watching, whoever's lining up. If Trent Williams does not show up in the next few days, whoever is lining up Monday night on that side, that's going to be where I'm watching to see, what's going on there. Other than that, we're going to have, electric, event again. Hopefully we don't get anything crazy like we did last year, because you never wish that on anybody. And we get a good game on Monday night. So